Elizabeth Kinney from Tranmere. Have you read about this?
Go on.
She's a mother of 4. I think she's a nurse, and she gets beaten up by her boyfriend. He beats her up. She goes to the hospital. And she texts someone, a buddy of hers, a friend of hers, a girlfriend of hers, and describes the man who beat her up and sent her to the hospital as a, quote, faggot. It's a faggot. And she's arrested.
How?
And convicted of a hate.
How is she arrested? How did the police get hold of those text messages? That's the real question here. No one's going to answer that or talk about it. But how did the police get hold of her text messages? That's bizarre. Be careful what you're texting to people, guys.
Crime. The guy who beat her up is not arrested or convicted. And then she goes through this whole kabuki, which is now required, where she prostrates herself before the judge. I'm sorry, it was not a homophobic rant. By the way, you're allowed to be homophobic if you want in a free country. You can have any view you want. But no, because she used the word faggot, she's arrested, and the guy who punched her in the face was not. That story tells you everything.
Well, I don't know that story. If it's exactly...
Daily Mail, baby.
Okay.
Pictures of her and everything.
I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying I need to look into it. But if that is how you've told it, obviously it's ridiculous.
Would you say the word faggot on camera?
No.
Why?
Pussy. Because he's a fucking pussy.
You don't want to get arrested, do you?
Doesn't want to be arrested.
Because it's so harmful to people?
No.
Is that like gay bashing? What's wrong with that?
No, actually, my whole issue with the whole trans debate, for example, is you don't need to slide into actually saying derogatory stuff about trans people.
Using the word faggot doesn't mean that you're being derogatory. It's just it's a very pointed criticism, and also it's an expression of anger. It is just an expression of anger. At the end of the day, you want to tear someone down in a manner that makes you feel better. It's cathartic. Calling someone a name is cathartic. It makes you feel better. Going to prison for that is ridiculous. Piers Morgan talking around this issue, saying that, well, actually, I don't use these words because I don't want to be derogatory. And yet here he is telling someone, again, like saying people shouldn't be allowed healthcare if they don't get vaxxed. Saying that white English people could be happily traded for a tikka masala. Saying that he'd trade Steve Laws specifically for a poppadom. That's quite derogatory. So he's quite happy being derogatory when it suits him. It's just not when, he has to put his neck on the line or there might be some kind of risk to his reputation or his freedoms. Then he turns into a pussy.
To make the point that women's rights should be protected. You don't need to...
Well, I agree.
So what? I don't believe...
No, but it's a magic word.
I don't believe in needlessly sneering.
Well, I'm not smearing anybody. I just think...
But what, would you use that word?
Faggot?
Yeah.
I just did.
Yeah, but would you use
it? Faggot.
Okay, but why?
And I'm using it because...
Why don't they use the word nigger, though? That's a good question, I think. These people that are so brave about using the word faggot. Yeah, they don't use the other one, though, do they? Ever. So let's push how far your sensibilities go, Tucker Carlson, when it comes to free speech.
You're not allowed to because you're...
I'm allowed to.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Say, I love gay people. Faggot.
I'm allowed to. I just choose not to.
This chick just got arrested for it and convicted.
Right.
So that doesn't have a chilling effect on your ability to...
There are people watching this who will be offended by the use of the word
I'm sure
chick.
they will. I'm not anti-gay. I never have been. I can use any freaking word I want.
Offended by the use of the word chick.